हाय ऑल ऑफ यू अ वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग एंड वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल टेक इन मैथ्स। मैं निवेश कुमार दास इस वीडियो में जेई मेन 5 अप्रैल 2024 शिफ्ट 1 डेफिनेट इंटीग्रेशन के क्वेश्चन को कवर करने जा रहा हूँ। सो हियर द क्वेश्चन इज द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस इंटीग्रेशन माइनस पाई टू वाई 1 प्लस साइन वाई बाई 1 प्लस कॉस स्क्वायर वाई डी वाई इज। सो इंटीग्रेशन अपने पास जो है वो है दैट इज माइनस पाई टू पाई टू वाई 1 plus sine y divided by 1 plus cos square y dy. So I split this into two integration, so that is minus pi to pi 2y dy divided by 1 plus cos square y plus minus pi to pi then it is what 2y sine y divided by 1 plus cos square y dy सो माइनस ए टू ए लिमिट के लिए अगर मैं इस फंक्शन को चेक करूं दैट इज 2y बाई 1 प्लस कॉस स्क्वायर वाई. So this is what odd function, right? This is odd function. So this integration will be 0. And this integration को अगर मैं चेक करूँ माइनस पाई टू पाई वाई साइन वाई बाई 1 प्लस कॉस स्क्वायर वाई. सो ये हमारा इवन फंक्शन हो जाएगा. सो दैट वी कैन राइट क्या यहाँ पे मैं लिख सकता हूँ इसको 2 टाइम्स 0 टू ए. अगर इवन फंक्शन है तो मैं इसको क्या लिखूँगा 2 टाइम्स 0 टू पाई, राइट? 2 टाइम्स 0 टू पाई एंड दिस इज व्हाट 2y sin y divided by 1 plus cos square y dy. So we can write this as 4, 2 into 2 4, and this is what 0 to pi y sin y divided by 1 plus cos square y dy. Now I will use the other property, and that property is what King's property, basically a to b fx dx. This property is what basically a to b f a plus b minus x dx. So this property I will use here. Okay, so the integration I will be what here, this is 4 times 0 to pi. So a plus b minus x 0 plus pi minus y basically. So it will be replaced by y will be replaced by pi minus y. So I will write here pi minus y, right? And this sign will be become pi minus y divided by what 1 plus cos square pi minus y dy. Okay, so sin pi minus y is what basically sin y, right? So 4 times here it is 4 times, what is this, 4 times 0 to pi, 4 times 0 to pi minus y sin pi minus y is sin y, right? And cos pi minus y is minus cos y, but whole square is there, so it will be what here cos square y, right? So this will be here cos square y dy. Now I will divide this, means separate this here 4 times, this is what 0 to pi. Okay, pi sin y divided by 1 plus cos square y, right? Cos square y dy, and then minus 4 times 0 to pi y sin y divided by 1 plus cos square y dy. So I assume this as second and this equation as first. So this equation as first. Okay, so this is your first. Now I will add this to, this is I, right? This is I. So I will add the first and second. So what do we get here? So first और second को मैं अगर add करूँ, so this is I plus I 2i, and so the result is here the first one. If you see the first one, that is 4 times 0 to pi y sin y divided by 1 plus cos square y dy plus what I2, means the second equation is here. 4 times 0 to pi. So this is what here 4 times 0 to pi. This is what pi sin y divided by 1 plus cos square y dy, and this is minus what here 4 times 0 to pi y sin y divided by 1 plus cos square y dy. So this result and this result cancel out. Okay, so we are left with what? 2i equal to what? 2i equal to 4 times pi 0 to pi sin y divided by 1 plus cos square y, 1 plus cos square y dy. So this 4 we can cancel this. This is 2y, right? This is 2y. Now I will substitute here. What? Cos y as, I will substitute here cos y as t, right? Putting cos y equal to t. Okay, so differentiate this. So on differentiating we get minus sin y. This is what? dt by dy. So we get sin y dy as minus dt. Also I will change the limit. When y is 0, so what do we get? Then t is cos 0 is 1, then t is 1. And when y is pi, so then cos pi is minus 1, so t is minus 1. So the limit of this integration will change here. So I equal to, I will write here I equal to, that is what here? I equal to 2 pi. So I write here 2 pi, and the limit of integration now is 1 to minus 1. So I write here 1 to minus 1, and this sin y dy becomes what? Minus dt. So I write here minus dt divided by what? 1 plus t square, because I substitute the sin y cos y as t, right? So this one. Okay, now you can change the order of the limit. So the property will be used here. If I change the order of the limit, so minus 1 to 1, so this will be positive, negative sign will become positive, 1 plus t square, right? I use the property here, and again I check for the even odd. So 1 by 1 plus t square is even function, so I will write this as 2 pi. So this will be 2 times, right? So I will write here the 2 times, okay, 2 times 0 to pi, 0 to 1, right? 0 to a, and dt by 1 plus t square. So now you can see here this is what? I equal to what here? 4 pi. This is 4 pi, and integration of 1 by 1 plus t square is 10 inverse t. So I write here 10 inverse t, and limit is what? 0 to 1. So this is 4 pi. Now I put here the upper limit. So 10 inverse 1 minus 10 inverse 0, right? 10 inverse 0 is 0, and 10 inverse 1 is pi by 4. So 4 pi into what? This is pi by 4, and 10 inverse 0 is 0. So this is cancel out. So pi into pi is pi square. If you see the option, so we get the correct option as the option D, that is pi square, right? Hope you will be clear with this solutions. I will come with the new sets of question and their solution. Please consider subscribing my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye, take care.